Greetings and thanks so much for tuning in today. Today I want to talk about some simple recovery tools that I've been using over the past year, a little bit over a year, and to help me last year when I was training for my Mammoth March, as well as this year as I'm really focusing more on strength, fitness, and endurance to prepare for another Mammoth March next year, but some smaller events coming up this summer or into the fall. So I get a lot of questions about what do you do to recover, and the simple answer that I like to say, which if you haven't heard about biohacking, that's what I'm going to talk about. Biohacking is just different health ways, hydration, nutrition, technology, all of that combined into this simple definition of biohacking to optimize your health and help with recovery. And so today I want to talk a little bit about that because I know that we're entering some marathon peak season in the spring and summer and fall, as well as some other like ultra marathons, hikes, people going on more endurance type events. So today I just want to give you a recap of what I do, and I encourage you, if you are interested in learning more about these in detail, go ahead and say me in the comments or just direct message me and reach out. And so let's go ahead and get started. Number one is hydration. You have to be consuming half your body weight in ounces of water to make sure you are properly hydrated before you even go out into an event. And if you are exercising more than 60 minutes, then I highly recommend electrolytes. Now, a lot of people have gastrointestinal issues with electrolytes. So I have a couple of products that I personally like and that doesn't cause me GI distress, because there is nothing more debilitating than having GI distress on like mile 16. Just saying, it happens. So I love these Thorne daily electrolytes. I'm super excited about these because these are NSF certified for sport, and they're super gentle on the stomach. So they come in different flavors: blood orange, mango limeade, which is like my favorite, as well as watermelon. So these are simple, easy to take on the go, and they're great for hydration, as well as restoring some of the electrolytes if you're exercising over an hour. I will preface that if you're not exercising more than 60 minutes and it's not super hot out, you probably can be okay with some water by itself, but anything over an hour and like really hot humid conditions, you definitely want to do electrolytes. Now, you can only drink so much, right? Well, Scratch Labs is another brand I like. These are energy chews. They do not have caffeine in them, although I think there is a flavor with one, but grape, raspberry, and orange. And there's 2 servings in a packet. So generally speaking, there's 25 grams per 5 pieces. And if you are doing any type of long event or training, then it's typically recommended to consume between 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrate per hour. That's what the research says based on dietitians and physicians. So there's 2 servings in a packet, 25 grams per serving, so 5 pieces. And these are great to eat. They're like gummies, basically. It's like eating healthy gummy bears or something. So I like those. And then some other things that have worked for me that don't require special brands or anything like that would be taking like those little snack bags and pinning them inside your shorts. Raisins, dried cranberries, dried fruit also has sugar in it, as well as pretzels, like little mini twists. The salt on those also helps replenish some electrolytes. Now, one of the products that I use and have been using since last April has been an absolute game changer for me, and it's the Super Patch technology. what the heck is super patch, right? Well, they're using it in collegiate, NCAA, Division One sports, NFL, NHL, I think NBA, don't quote me on that, but a lot of professional athletes are using super patch, and these patches use vibrotactile technology to support your training and every day. For example, I don't know if you can see this, I've got the Defend patch on. The Defend patch does exactly what it says. It helps support your immune system. So I'm a big fan, if you're doing a lot of training, that the Defend patch works. Then there's two foundational patches. So this is the Defend. The Liberty patch helps support balance, and the Victory patch helps support muscle recovery, helps support strength, and facilitates just a lot of the athletic population who's experiencing strength issues and wants to build strength. It supports that. And then the other one that I tend to like, these are the ones I have in my office that I use with clients, are the Freedom patch, which helps support the nervous system and pain management. So these are absolutely drug-free. I absolutely love them. I typically, when I train really hard for different hikes on different terrains or long distance, my right hip likes to scream at me the next morning I wake up. When I'm using the Victory patch and the Defend patch, I don't have any of those issues. Now, all results are different. These are FDA registered devices. They go through a lot of placebo and randomized controlled trials. But obviously everything works differently on other people. So, but they're super patch. They're super effective and helping me. So if you want to learn more about that, just let me know. But how does that technology work? It's like having a QR code to your brain that opens up the nervous system, and it helps restore those pathways. So each patch feels like a fingerprint or has a texture to it. And the engineer who developed this technology is like, it's absolutely mind-blowing, and I could get into a lot of detail, which could be a different video. But that technology, through sensation, your brain receives that feedback, and it just opens up that neural pathway to help with your immune system, help restore balance, help restore strength, help improve, they have ones to help facilitate sleep, all these different things, and it's completely drug-free and FDA registered device. So wearable technology like that, integrating wearable technology so that you know your biometrics, meaning what's your heart rate, what training zone are you in, are you hydrated, are you recovered. I use this Garmin Instinct, but Fitbit, Apple Health, the Aura Ring, those all offer different types of capabilities to integrate technology and give you feedback through their respective apps. And what does that tell you? Well, it tells you if you have a heart rate variability that is in an ideal zone for you to do heavier workouts, or if you should be backing off of those workouts. That's helpful as well. It tells you what your body battery is. Like that's the one that's great for the Garmin. And it tells you what your stress and how that's affecting your day. The other thing that wearable technology does is it can record your sleep and track your sleep. Are you getting enough REM cycles? Are you having deep sleep, light sleep? All of these factors. So I've kind of been a guinea pig for myself since about last February, because that's when I started training for that Mammoth March, which for those of you who don't know, it's a 20-mile hike on very different terrain. And since then, I've just discovered a lot of tools that help me recover, and I'm just wanting to pass that on to you. So for anyone who is interested in learning more about proper hydration, proper nutrition, proper fueling, and stretching, strengthening to help their training or their everyday active lifestyle feel better, go ahead and DM me. I'm happy to start that conversation. I do free clarity calls to kind of get to know what your needs are and what your goals are, and then we customize after that. So go ahead and DM me or just say me in the comments, or you can go to my website, wellness-track.com, and schedule that free 30-minute clarity call. I'm happy to have that conversation. Thanks a lot, and I hope that you've enjoyed learning a little bit about biohacking and how that can help with optimal health. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day.